In this video, I'm going to show you how to install OpenCV in Windows. First step that you need to do is to download a couple of programs. First program that you need to download is CMake. You can download it from cmake.org and you can just download and install it using the default options. That's fine. And also you need to download the Visual C++ 2010 Express edition. If you have the professional version, that's fine. You only need the Express version, which is free. So if you have anything better than that, that's okay. It works with even with the Express version, so that's fine. So once you have those two programs installed, then you can just go to download the OpenCV files, which you can get them from the SourceForge page. So basically just go to SourceForge and you download the latest file for Windows, which in this case is OpenCV 2.4.1, and you can just download that. After you do that, you have this file, which is basically, if you double click on it, it will ask where to extract it. You can extract it anywhere that you like. For example, in this case, I extracted it in my desktop. It doesn't matter. So I just extracted it before. So it's here. You will end up with this structure. So once you have that, the only thing that is important is that you need to know where you extracted the content. So in this case, it's this. So basically, you need this path. So when you download and extract OpenCV, you only need to go to CMake, open CMake. When you open CMake, you need to put here the source code, which is just exactly the same place that you just extracted your code. Desktop OpenCV in my case, it can be something different in your case, but if you extract it in your desktop, it should be something similar. And then you need to give the program where to build the binaries. In my case, I use C OpenCV, which is a good choice in general because I'm not using any blank space or any strange character. So C OpenCV is pretty much a good choice. So you can use that. So if you do this the first time, you will not see this in red. You will see like nothing here. So for example, if I change this, so you will see something like this, but the only thing that you need to do is just to click on configure and it will read this folder and it will create these options here. So the only thing that you need to do is put here where's your code, here's where you want to create your build code, and click on configure and it will ask you to create the new folder. You can just click on yes and you will be in the same place that I am right now. So after that, you can just select any option that you want, or you can just accept the defaults and click on configure again. So if you click on configure, it will start to check your environment and create everything that you need to start building your software. Now it's done. So in this case, I'm using Visual Studio 2010. And the only thing left here to do is to just click on generate. If you click on generate, it will create on this folder, C OpenCV, the project that you need to build to create the OpenCV library project. So if you click to generate, as you can see here, it will create everything that you need to open a solution here. Okay, so I already had that open, that's why it appeared. So now it's done, and what it did is it created this folder, C OpenCV. If you go there, you only need to go to opencv.sln, which is the solution, and if you double click that, you will open the OpenCV solution. The thing that you need to do is to build it in these two different configurations, in debug and also as a release. Once it's finished loading, you need to go to, okay, so These are, it seems that there are problems, but you can just treat them as warnings. Just because I'm using the Express version, it's okay to ignore these problems. You can just think of them as warnings because I'm using the Express version. It's not a problem, it's not an error, it's just a warning because I'm using the Express version. So this is okay. In debug, you just need to go to debug and build solution, or just press F7, and it will take some minutes. I already did this, so I'm not going to do this here. But then when it's finished, when it says that everything is done here, you need to change it to release here. It will load all the different things that it needs to build a release version. And when it's finished loading everything, you only need to go to do the same thing. Just go to debug and build solution, or just press F7 for release. So what you're doing there is just building the libraries for the release and debug versions. So when you're finished with that, so remember, right? You just go to debug and release and click on debug build solution. You have to do that twice, one for release and one for debug. When you're finished with that, here inside the binaries, you will have a debug and release folder. Inside debug, you will have all the debug libraries, which ends with a D, and you also have all the release libraries, which doesn't have a D. So you need to add those two into your path. So how do you add that? You just go to control panel and you search for path and just click on edit the system environment files or variables. And here you can just click on environment variables. Here in system variables, you need to go to path. You can just click P and you have P, edit, and here you just need to put that. Wherever you have in your path, I choose C OpenCV, and wherever you have there, you need to add binaries and debug, and then also you need to add OpenCV binaries release. So you add that to the path, and that's everything that you need to have OpenCV installed in your system in Windows. So now, if you follow these instructions, you should have your OpenCV installation ready to work in Windows.